Yo there guys, this is Corb, and in this video I'm going to cover my professions. I'm going to talk about both tailoring and engineering, some of the things I like about them, and all of the little perks that come with them. Then I'm going to show some clips in the battleground showing how they help me out and give me an extra edge when it comes to controlling my opponents. So first off we have tailoring. This is the oldest profession on my warlock, had it since level 8 or something, like 5 years ago, and right now it is in a very strong place. The first major perk tailoring gives you is a cloak enchantment called Lightweave Embroidery, and this is pretty much a bonus Jade Spirit enchantment on your cloak. It procs often when you cast, and when it does, it grants you 2000 intellect for 15 seconds. The next epic feature of tailoring, which is perfect if you enjoy WoW PvP and battlegrounds, are the Tailoring Nets. But you don't want to build Ember Silk. If you can avoid it, build the Frostweave Nets instead, and this is because Ember Silk Nets have a burn damage component, and this burn damage means that the Ember Silk Net is classed as a magic effect, so spells like a DK's Anti-Magic Shell and a Rogue's Cloak of Shadows will immune the net completely. Stick to the old school Frostweave Nets, which are purely physical, to bypass this. Now onto engineering, and where do I begin? Engineering has a ton of epic features to help you dominate in battleground and WoW PvP settings, starting with the Goblin Glider. This is another cloak enchant that can be stacked on top of the tailoring cloak enchant. Basically gives you a mini hand glider to play around with, which is obviously useful for a lot of reasons. Next we have the glove enchantment, the fireworks launcher. This is exactly what you think it is. On a 45-second cooldown, lob a mini rocket and deal some bonus damage alongside your regular burst rotation. Next are the synapse springs, which are my personal choice for my glove enchant, basically turning your glove into a second 1 minute cooldown mini on-use trinket. You can use this alongside the PvP proc trinket if you choose, but I choose to use it alongside the on-use, and this is because even though you can't pop your on-use trinket and your glove enchant at the same time, having both on such a short cooldown means that you'll almost always have access to a damage increase when you see a chance to land some burst damage. Scroll down a little bit further and we get to the invisibility field, and this is another belt enchantment which can be activated on a 3-minute cooldown, but only outside of combat. But it isn't a bad invisibility either for initiating a fight. Unlike invisibility potions, you can actually see enemy players and NPCs with this up. Next up are a favourite for most people, and these are the Nitro Boosts belt enchant. Again, every 3 minutes use this enchant to dramatically increase your movement speed. Just be aware that it can backfire from time to time. And finally is my own personal favourite, the Frag Belt, and this one allows you to throw out a mini grenade which incapacitates targets in a small radius, gives you that extra pinch of control, useful for taking on multiple opponents. Okay, so those are the main perks of each profession. As you might have noticed though, engineering does have a ton of enchants for the same gear piece, namely the belt and the gloves, so you're going to have to pick and choose which you want to equip. You see here I've got the Lightweave Embroidery on my cloak along with the Goblin Glider, and on my gloves I have the Synapse Springs for that extra on-use damage, and on my belt I've decided to go with the Frag Belt for the extra control. So you can see in this clip here I've got 2 people on me. I want to kill off the Warlock and control the Warrior as much as I can. So as my pet seduce here is ending, I Havoc and use a Frostweave Net on the Warrior to pin him down. With a Havoc up on him too, the effects of this are clear. I get out good damage on both enemies while taking minimal damage before he even has a chance to get on me. And now that he is back on me, I know he is DR'd to my pet seduce, but I have my Frag Belt ready, so I stun him up with that, get even more uptime on the Warlock before finally popping Dark Bargain. But I still have my heals ready to go and my health is fine, so I'm very far ahead here. However, to my dismay, my gallivanting horde teammates decide they're going to come in and destroy what could have turned out to be a pretty nice 2v1 clip. In this clip here, I'm up against an Enhanced Shaman, so off of the Seduce, I lob out a Tailoring Net, but it lands just as he pops Spirit Walk, so he's going to immune that. Definitely would have been useful though if it had landed, just to get that extra bit of uptime. Anyways, as you can see, this has now turned into a crazy 3v1. I've had to use virtually all of my defensives to ensure the continuation of my existence. I managed to burst down the Enhance pretty quickly though, which is good, but things are going to be rough from here on out. I decided to try and kill off the Rogue while pet seducing the Warlock. They quickly DR on him though, so to stop this Chaos Fold, I utilise my Engineering Frag Belt, and this is going to buy me some valuable time to pop Dark Soul and land some good solid damage on the Rogue, getting him low enough to be finished off with the Chaos Bolt. Once the Rogue is dead, it only takes one glance at my health and you can see that if I had not been able to interrupt the Warlock's Chaos Bolt with my Frag Belt, I would have already been pretty much dead. Unfortunately for me though, despite stacking up 3 Ember Tap Hots, the Warlock has the Embers to double Shadow Burn me once I drop below 20%, which kinda sucks. I feel I could have put up a really good fight here with Infernal and Shadow Fury both up to stun lock him, but these things happen. I also want to mention that these aren't the best clips in the world ever, because I'm saving those for a sweet battleground montage that I want to have out really soon. But anyways, that's what I love about engineering and tailoring professions. They just add a stack more tools to your bag of tricks. In battlegrounds you have nets, grenades, bonus enchants, and even a glider for escaping and kiting. But another awesome thing, especially about engineering, is that you get to choose the battleground perks that you want. Again, a lot of people prefer to use Nitro boosts as an enchant. I like the Frag Belt, but I've also had a lot of fun with the invisibility field as well. As for arenas, both professions still definitely have their uses. For engineering, the glove enchant, either the synapse springs or the firework launcher, are usable in arenas, and for tailoring, you of course can make use of the lightweave embroidery cloak enchantment, so both professions are definitely solid in arenas as well. Anyways, those are the 2 professions I use and will probably always use. If you want to use these proffs, I'll try and link a few profession leveling guides in the description below that you can follow to get you where you want to be that little bit quicker. Because it is worth it if you don't have any professions like some people actually don't. I really hope this video motivates you to put the effort in, because it will have a huge positive impact on your gameplay. So that's about it for this video. I hope I opened people's eyes a little bit to the epicness of engineering and tailoring as PvP professions. Some of you will already have them of course, or perhaps engineering and something else, which is perfect, in which case I hope I've reinforced your decision. Because the tailoring one is optional, to be honest. It really depends how much you can make use of the nets. As always though, thanks for watching. Remember to like if you did enjoy the video. Stay destro, and I will catch you all next time.